just wanted to do a quick video on this is a shifter module or shifter. They got a name for it. It shifts on a Mercedes. This one happened to be a 2007 ML350 all-wheel drive, but I guess it wouldn't matter. This is like the shifter plate, but it's a pain in the butt to get out. I want to show you what I did because I didn't have the exact right tools. This plate covers it, and it has these screws real tight. I mean, you don't have no room at all. You need like a ratchet. They have a ratchet T-bit ratchet or something. I couldn't find it. I went to Harbor Freight, AutoZone. When I went to Harbor Freight, the guy he showed me this one, but this is it's still too fat to fit. It's a ratchet, but it fits your T-bits. And this Mercedes, these bolts, these right here are 30s, T30, which this other thing fits in too. Was a quarter, but there's no room in there. You only have like this much space. Trying to do this one hand. This is all the space you have up in there. And I did use that wrench for maybe one or two. But what I did was got a 1/4 inch and stuffed a little bit of paper in there. But make sure you got the right size, because this one's actually the wrong bit. Because I got two of them loose. And when I got to the third one, I felt like I stripped it. And then I couldn't get the right one in there right. So what I ended up doing was, and it was up near the top too, got the good old vice grips out. And you can see I got a good grip just on the nipple on the side here. And I got a good enough grip just to break it loose. Once it broke loose, I can almost take it out with my hand, which is hard to get up in there too. But once you get that initial break off, I got it loose. But another thing about these things is I marked this, but I had it like now. This, to me, I would call where this dot is, I call that 11 o'clock. Straight up and down is 12. That's where I had it. Well, that's when I took it off the transmission, that's where it was at, and it was in park. So that's tricky too. Now what I found out is this moved, and I didn't even plug this back up. So you got to be careful where all your settings are at. And what else I noticed is there's a notch in there. A notch right there. And it's a keyway on the transmission too, like they only gonna fit one way. So I think straight up and down, that keyway is most likely gonna be on the bottom. And this must have not been in the, I don't know. This moved on me because when I put my switch transmissions, they left the brain on, and the car will not go into gear. So you have to keep that same brain with the old brain with the newer transmission. And before I put my new one in, I plugged it up and I clicked it to see if it was even going to move. This thing came all the way around, all the way around. I kept hitting drive, and I could hear it clicking, and I put my phone to set it up to see if it was moving. Came all the way back around, and then once I got it straight, I clicked it and turned it off. But just be careful with these things. All right.